Aaron Crawford.
Big dog, just one time say your name, first and last name in the mic for me.
Aaron Crawford.
Appreciate you.
JB Coin, I got waffle there.
How y'all doing?
Something ready?
Well, I guess we can just start off as far as the emotions coming off of the big win on Saturday and trying to contain that and move on from that big win, knowing that what you guys have ahead of you. How is that process going for you right now going into the Virginia week?
I mean, obviously emotions were high. You know, it was a crazy ending. It was one of the greatest I've been around and seen a few things since I've been here. But if we're going to focus on this weekend, it has to be put away by now. It had to be put away by yesterday. You know, this is a team coming in that doesn't care about the last one. So for us to hold on to that one, and that'd be foolish of us.
A little extra motivation as a Virginia native with this game?
A little bit. I got a few close friends on the team, so and they taught me quite a bit, especially about this game every single year. So yeah, got to get after it.
What was your role on the final play that Chaz intercepted? Is there anything you were particularly looking to do, or just kind of disrupt?
Make sure if they wanted to run, that they can.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
What was your thought when you saw Chaz intercepted, the motions, that kind of stuff?
Well, no thinking. It was just running. Everybody started flying around. I didn't know what to do.
There's a vibe around the program right now with you guys going into November with so much to play for as opposed to the last couple of years when things were kind of spiraling in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I think I said a little earlier this year, it's great to be at UNC right now, and we have to just keep trucking, you know, for us to be able to continue to do what we have to do. Just got to take it by week. Can't look at the big picture quite right now. Know that it's there, know that we're working towards it, but right now we got to focus on UVA.
Sort of primetime kickoff and first place and all that. Has there been a more anticipated game for you guys since since your freshman year?
I mean, sure, I can't really go through them all in my head right now, but I mean, they're all important. You know, this is bigger than, you know, Coastal is bigger than, you know, everything like that is a huge step for us for getting bowl eligible, which we haven't done for this guys on this team who haven't gone to a bowl game. And, you know, I feel like it's responsibility on the guys that have to get them back there. So, you know, things like that, just we got to keep rolling.
Can you feel the weight of a prime time, big time game against two teams that are in first place in Coastal? Do you feel that walking on campus in practice? Is that a noticeable feeling?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, tensions are high just because we know what we have to do to get done. But if you keep that waiting on you, then life's hard. So football's not hard; it's you make it hard.
Could you compare the feeling from last year when you guys only had 2 wins to this year going into the final month of the regular season, and you guys have so much on the line, so much to play for? Well, compare the vibe of the locker room this year to what you guys had to go through last year, and how it's maybe helped you get to this point where you're at right now.
Well, last year, guys always tried to be in good spirits, you know, regardless of what happened. You know, we came out last year, we fought every single week. It was never easy out, regardless of what the record may have portrayed. But this year, definitely, guys just happy to be here, you know, happy to go to work, and you can see it shows up on field.
Duke had a couple of key false starts the other day. It's been loud in this stadium this year much more in the last couple of years. How much do you think that may have been a factor with a couple of those false starts, and how much can a louder stadium help you guys on defense?
Oh, I mean, for one, the fans have been phenomenal. They definitely have an impact on the game more than they could ever know. And, you know, we've been having O-lines coming in here and false starting every single game this year. Really, as a D-line, we take pride in that. We see them jump, and whether that's because they can't hear or they're worried about what they need to do, we feel as if they're just rushing, and they're not relaxing, not poised to get whatever they need to done. So it's definitely a good feeling to be able to see that, and I'm glad the fans are happy to be here, just as happy as we are to be playing for them. So if I know this week's a sellout, and we got one more after that, so if they keep showing up, we'll keep balling for them.
How fun has it been as a senior to have these environments? It's the 3rd game, 4th game coming up that you haven't had in the last 2 years.
Yeah, it's been great. My only wish is that, you know, the old guys that brought me in were able to see it. So.
And the NCAA have made an announcement that they're gonna move in the direction of letting players, have their likeness and everything. As a player, what signal does that send to you?
It's great. That's all I really say about it right now.
Were you a big fan of the NCAA football video games as a kid?
Was
Any particular team or players that were your go-to?
we just always updated the rosters, and whoever was hot that year.
Are you one of those guys that still hangs on to it and updates it, or?
No. Jeremiah Clark does. Whenever I hang out with him, we still go at it.
Yeah, you had Boston College in Virginia on your final list with UNC. How close did you come to going to Virginia?
Once I got here, for my second visit, it wasn't close. Three great academic institutions, but I felt like it was home here, and I didn't get that feeling I was up there. So,
Did you spend much time in Charlottesville growing up? I mean, I guess you were about 100 miles away.
I did. We actually played our state championship game in 2012, 2013, something like that over there. We lost, so maybe that played a factor.
It was a game or two ago, you had to play like every snap of the game, I think. Are you ready to get your track shoes on to chase down the Virginia quarterback for 80 snaps?
I'll do whatever I need to do.
What's the scouting report on Virginia's offense? All these teams, anybody can win this division. Everybody's kind of like been inconsistent so far this year. But what about Virginia makes them different from the rest?
Quarterback is their difference maker. He's their X factor. You just go with the ball in his hands. You can take it and run. Decent throwing. They have some dynamic receivers on the outside. They usually throw a lot of formations at you, which, if your eyes aren't in the right place, then you can get caught up. So it's really just everybody focusing on the fundamentals, not getting too scatterbrained about what's going on around you, because they're going to try to throw everything at us.
Perkins got hurt in the Louisville game. Of course, he came back. When you have that factor, do y'all have to prepare for the backup as well?
We prepare for the best players who'll be out there, and whoever is going to step up behind them, we just attack them on the fly. Not everything's going to be perfect on game day. We always get some new wrinkles, some new folds, some new player who might have to step up, just like we've had in the past here on both sides of the ball. So, we prepare for the best, and then, whoever's there after that, we got to attack them the same way.
From your position, what makes a quarterback like Bryce Perkins so hard when he's makes some plays outside the pocket and be creative back there?
We have to be very disciplined on our kind of rush lanes, motion, getting after the passer.
Okay.
Kind of keeping all vision on. We're limited a little bit more in the moves that we can do, and then twists and the stunts and things like that. Just because he sees the seam and he'll be able to get out of it. But other than that, I feel like we did a good job this last week keeping a running quarterback contained. So it'll be another test, but I'm ready for it.
Aaron, you mentioned you knew some of the guys on Virginia's team and been in contact. Who do you know, and what's been the recent contact with them?
Chuck Davis and Chris Moore, two of my good friends. We grew up together. We played Little League ball. They went to my rival high school, and then they both ended up at UVA, and I ended up here. So, for the first couple of years, I was able to talk my share, and the last couple of years I've been silent, and I let them have their fun. So, but at the end of the day, they're family, and there's no hard feelings, but we're ready to be able to start talking back to them again.
All good?
Thanks, Aaron.
All right,